Hi everyone, it's Karen at Accidentally Creative here. Tutorial with the Latte Love suite, and I've enjoyed using this one. So this was my trial card, and although I like it, I think it looks a little bit chunky. So this is my second make, and I'm much happier with this one. So this is the one we're going to reproduce today. Okay, so let me start off by telling you the card sizes that you will need. So you will need a piece of 9 by 5 inches, and we are going to score that. We might as well do it now, so we can put the scoring blade all the way up to the top. So we are going to score this one on the 9-inch side at 2 inches. And I think that's all we need our scoring board for this card. I have cut all my card pieces ahead of time, but I'm going to talk you through each of them. So that's that piece. We then need, we're going to burnish this at the 2-inch mark. So we'll burnish it there using our boner folder. But we will need a piece to go inside, and this is Petal Pink cardstock, and this is 4 3/4 inches by 6 3/4 inches. So I'm making a center panel 5 by 7 card. So the next that you need is a piece of 2 inches by 5 inches. And the mats and layers for that are 1 3/4 inches by 4 3/4 inches. And then the designer series paper is 1 1/2 inches by 4 1/2 inches. The same for the top, because both of these are 2 inches. I will have everything on my blog, all the sizes, all the dimensions. Then for the piece that joins the card up, so this piece goes here, that is 5 1/2 inches by 3 inches. Then we have our designer series paper, which goes on top of that, and that is 5 1/4 inches by 2 3/4 inches. And then on top of that is our basic white layer, which is 5 inches by 2 1/2 inches. Okay, so let's get down to putting it all together. Let's start with the inside. Let's get that out the way. And again, I'm using my own glue. I prefer this glue. It's all-purpose clear glue. I just get on better with this than any other type. Mainly because you know, I tend to stick my fingers in things, and this peels straight off if that's what you do. Whereas, yeah, well, I'm just clumsy. Let's be honest about it. So that will sit in here nicely, and we'll make sure we've got a nice even border, both sides, top and bottom. So that's the inside of our card done. Let's flip this out and put the mat and layers for our 2-inch stripe across here. This card design, I've seen it done several times, but I think the most recent person that has inspired me to make this style of card was Sam Colcutt. So, you know, it's not a design that I've done, put together, but certainly using the Stampin' Up products is down to me and how I've used them. But you can use this style of card for so many different types. I mean, imagine at Christmas with the Christmas tree going up the middle. Right, so that's that put on there. These we have to layer up separately from the main card to begin with, and then you'll see how we get it all joined up. So, how is everyone doing? Are we all enjoying our crafting at the moment? I seem to be firing on all cylinders at the moment, and I've got loads ready to film, so I might, I'm not promising, get out 2 tutorials this week, if you're interested to watch, of course. And leading up to, you know, when we start making Christmas makes, I'm going to try and do 1 Christmas make and 1 non-Christmas make a week. Okay, that looks good. So that's going to go there. Now, let's pop these 3 together, and they go together in the order they are here. So if you didn't want to use such a pretty paper, this designer series paper suite has some very masculine looking designs on it as well, such as, you know, the coffee beans. I mean, anyone can have coffee beans, but I think it is probably a bit more masculine than the paper I'm actually using at the moment, which I absolutely adore, and I wish there was more than 2 sheets of it in the, you know, the pack. But hey, we work with what we've got, and it's not one of the ones that have gone into the sale. I think that's probably because it's got low inventory on it, so I was a bit disappointed, because our designer series papers, not the speciality papers, but quite a few of the designer series papers are at 15% off at the moment, which is an absolute scoop. You know, I mean, I've ordered myself some, and yeah, I'm really happy about it. Okay, so now we need to make sure we get things straight. So using my grid paper and the card base underneath, I'm just lining up that bottom layer, and this needs to sit centrally. And I am an eyeballer rather than a measurer, which might not be the best thing, but it's where I feel a bit more confident in things. I think that looks, yeah, I think I need to come up just a fraction. Yeah, that looks about right for me. So what I'm going to concentrate on is that little bit there, because I now need to turn this over and pop some glue along there. And pop it back down with, so look, a little bit higher. Yes, she says, having moved her card. Is that straight? Does it look straight to you people? Yeah, it looks straight to me. Okay. So now flip this over and do the same at the bottom. It's really a simple card, and I when I first saw it, I thought, oh goodness, that's going to be complicated, but actually it's not. Testament to the fact that I'm doing it. If it was really complicated, I wouldn't be able to do it. There we go. Hold that down. So that needs time just to set itself. It looks a bit crooked. I'm not happy. The good thing about this glue is I can move it. It doesn't set straight away. And that means this bit is slightly out as well. Oh dear, this is not going well. But we're not going to give up, and we're not going to throw it in the bin because it is fixable. Oh. How about that? That look right? Yeah. And that is how it stands. Okay, now we need to do some decoration. And all the decoration is from using the items in here. So I have got bits and pieces prepared. I have got the coffee cup stamped in Calypso Coral. I'm going to die cut the cafetiere and the glass part of the cafetiere and the coffee all in one go. So let's pop all that through the big shot and let's get going with that. So the cafetiere body, the glass part, is using a window sheet, and the outer of the cafetiere is using gold foil and a little bit of early espresso for the coffee. So let's put this bit together. Peel off my tape. Use my take a pick tool to pop it out. Now I've got used to using this tool. I think it's absolutely brilliant. To begin with, I was like, oh, I don't need that. I've already got a pokey tool. But now I'm like, yeah, quite glad I've got that. So that is the outside of the coffee pot. And this, which you probably can't see until I maybe, I don't know, pop it on there, is the glass bit that goes behind. And the coffee that goes in the coffee pot, so it doesn't look empty. There we go. All right, let's put all this together. So first things first, let's line up the coffee pot. Now I'm lining it up. There's a little lip on the lid there. Is that where I line it up to? I think it probably is, you know. And then the coffee. So I have to put the coffee in first. So the coffee, let's pop it down there. And I think for that I'm going to use a little bit of snail. And pop that in there. And then for the cafetiere, I think I'm going to use the snail again. Not sure if that was a good idea, but hey, I've done it. So now I need to line up that lip at the top there. There. Once I'm happy with it, I will remove some of the stickiness from the front. This has just got a little bit of alcohol on it, rubbing alcohol. There we go. Of course, it's not going to go smoothly, is it? Don't be silly. Okay, so that will then sit there. Let's put it down. Let's get it stuck. So I'm putting adhesive where it can't be seen from the front. So I want that about there. I will buff all this off in a moment and make it look pretty. Okay. coffee mug. And I say I've stamped it in Calypso Coral. I have forgotten to put the coffee in it. No point having an empty coffee mug, is there? So with Early Espresso, and the stamp with the coffee in is that one there. Can you see that one there? Okay. Let's get this stamped. Okay, so that's our coffee in. I'll leave that out because I do need that again in a moment. So this is Calypso Coral Light, and literally just going, there's no fanciness here with this, because I thought, well, when you have a nice ceramic mug of this style, they're actually usually quite rustic, aren't they? And, you know, the glaze isn't all fancy. The glaze is, you know, not perfect. And I'd much rather it looked not perfect than too perfect, if you know what I mean. I'm probably talking a load of rubbish here and people are thinking, what is she rambling on about? But hey, I'm doing it how I like it. So if you like it a little bit more perfect, by all means, you know, you do it your way, but this is my way. And I don't want it to look as if it hasn't got glaze on it, because mugs do. Okay, so there's the mug. And that is going to sit just there. And I'm going to use some stamping dimensionals to elevate it up off the card a little bit. Because although it's a split card, it's not a thick card, which, you know, makes a difference for some people when they're posting. In the UK, we're quite lucky. Our postage sizes allow us quite a bit of leeway with things like that. So let's get these backs off. My nails have grown since the last one I did. I had terrible trouble getting the dimensional backs off because I'd cut my nails the day before. My nails grow so fast that if I don't cut them each week, I have talons and I hate it. So let's pop that one just there. Okay. One more thing left to do on the card, which is the sentiment. Now, I've chosen the best part of, you're the best part of my day. And I'm going to pop it up just in that corner there. And I'm going to bring it down a bit just so that I can see what I'm doing. There, lovely. Lovely. Little bit of decoration is needed. So let's put some of our swirly dots, which are part of the suite. Let's pop a couple up there. And one down here. As I say, now I've got the measure of this pokey tool, I wouldn't be without it. I want to do one more thing, which is to the envelope. And it's just a 5x7 envelope, and I've chosen this swirl of coffee, and I just thought, rather than just sending it in a plain envelope, let's put just a little hint of what might be inside in the corner. So there we have it. That is my card for today. As I say, I will go back in and clean this up, but you don't really need to see me buffing away with alcohol. If your window sheet gets finger marks on that, all you need is a piece of kitchen towel and it'll buff away quite nicely. I will put everything that you need to know in my blog, which will be listed below. If you wish to subscribe to my channel, I'd be really, really grateful. It will help me a lot as I'm new to this. If you like what I've done, by all means, you know, tick the like button. And if you've got anything to comment, be kind. And if you'd like to see more by me, let me know, and I will do my very best to accommodate. Thank you very much. Enjoy your crafting. Take care.